Welcome back, guys, to Entre Nos. I'm Evelin and my co-hostess
Alondra.
Today we actually got, I haven't really been posting the anonymous stories.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because when I talk about Entre Nos, people say they like that.
Oh, they like to hear the anonymous stories?
Yeah, and Ronnie's like, why don't you do it again? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I forget. 2, I didn't think people liked it because we were getting feedback that we didn't take it serious. And then Roland was like, well, maybe that's why they like it, you know?
It's not taken that seriously.
And it's just, and then he's like, well, how often would y'all get stories? And I'm like, every time.
Yeah, almost every time we got a story.
I think maybe like once or twice that I told you just bring a story because we didn't get one. But with that being said, now that we're dropping Friday, I was thinking, what if when we drop, you know how we announced the thing?
Yeah.
I can post it that same day. Because people are probably out drinking and they want to get something. On Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
And people probably want to get some things off their chest.
When we post the episodes out, then post like to send us an anonymous story.
Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking that, right? And then, talking about anonymous stories, before we get into that, how was your week? Did I see you this weekend? No, right?
No. Yeah, we went to the
to the book club.
Yeah.
I was like, why does it feel like I haven't seen you like in a long time? But I just saw you, right?
Yeah, we saw each other on Sunday.
Yeah. How did you feel it? Like, was it like a different... Was it what you were expecting?
Yeah, it was kind of like what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting like for us to talk about like our lives. You know, I was expecting to talk about the book.
Yeah, that's what I was happy about because I knew Priscilla had... I knew she planned for it to be about the book. Yeah. You know, and I like that because you know how sometimes...
We're on topic. Yeah.
Yeah, we were on topic. I really like that. I like when I read a book, I like talking about it with people that read it.
Yeah.
Because again... When you do that, you get to see them in a perspective, you know. Like when my cousin told me.
Like,
I was like...
muerto el bebé.
You know, she's the one that has the most kids, right?
Really? She doesn't look like she has kids.
She has 3 kids.
She looks so small.
Yeah, she's puny.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? But it was funny, you know, because I was like, you wanted the baby to die? Like, that's fucking wild for you to say.
An unborn baby.
An unborn baby. But she clarified and she basically said the whole, if you haven't read too late, because we are about to give you spoilers. Too late. But basically, she was saying, we were talking about the ending of it, right?
How we wish it would have ended.
Yeah, and you said you liked it, right?
No, yeah, I said I liked it. I just wished the other guy would have died as well.
Oh, yeah. She didn't want a happy ending.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's too late. Like, the title has to go with the book and the ending.
It also meant too late for Asa.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, I like that book a lot. Now that you're reading, I want to give you some books. Well, no, I want to let you borrow them because I don't want you to keep my books, right?
You want them back.
Yes. But, man, it's because there's one book. It's called Verity. If you guys have read it, no, that's one of my top books because it's a mom. She's crazy. And it talks about the writer and basically somebody goes to go finish a book or something like that. I honestly even forgot, but just know the mom is crazy. It involves kids dying. Y la mamá está mal de la cabeza.
Why is that your favorite book?
Because
was it like so engaging, so shocking?
It was like it was one of the books that I just could not put down. I was wanting to pick it up to finish it. Yeah. You know, it was like that.
It just kept lingering in your mind.
It was like I was like, fuck, like you know, like what's about to happen? Like what's gonna happen next? I like books like that. I've also read a memoir. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
It's basically somebody. That's what I wanted to do. Remember,
you wanted to write one.
I wanted to write one. I still think I would, you know, but I would never sit down and type something about my life. I just couldn't.
Why?
Because it's boring. Like I think I could
talk about it and then somebody write it down for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I would do that. But I read one, right? That one, it had a very slow start, and then it picked up. It was
But it was for the family or for the kids?
It was a guy. It was un hombre. He basically wrote about himself and his childhood, and basically the whole time he got molested he ended up being trafficked by one of the guys or something.
Wow.
So he had a really rough childhood. I enjoyed that book because to me it was like, you know what, it goes back to people always have it worse, but it doesn't mean that it's what you're going through is not okay, you know. But just know that
there's people who have way more difficult lives.
Yeah, for sure. And when I read his on a guy perspective, like, yes, I know that guys are, you know, exposed to being molested as well, you know. But it's crazy when it's a kid. You're reading that he's telling you based off his memories that he was being molested by this one guy. The guy lo hacía que se prostituyera, you know, and le metía drogas, so he became an addict. So basically, he's talking about everything he went through, how it was rough in school, and how he overcame that. Mm-hmm. So at the end, he's doing good now. He's alive still, right?
So how did he overcome it?
It was a lot. I think
like therapy.
He went through the AAA meetings or something like that. So he had like a guy that would help him, like a mentor, or what is it called?
Yeah,
a mentor, no? Mm-hmm. And basically
somebody who held him accountable or something, like,
yeah, it was
actions.
Like, so that's a book. I've read different type of books, right? So that one's a different, it's a fiction, it's a nonfiction book. It's based on somebody's life, you know. And so for me, I feel like I like happy endings because I've read books that is just tragic, you know. Like, so for me, Too Late was a good way to end it. Of course, I wanted the brother to be a little bit more in there, you know, but that was just it for me. So I did rate it a 4.5. It was for me because the whole time it had me engaged. Yeah. But it was never a 5. But you have
had other books that you're like, whoa.
It was not a 5 because it was not a book that like, I'm like, I need to read today. Yeah. It was not like that. Yeah. But it was a good book overall for me. But I'm glad that you're going to read the next. Have you started the other one?
Yeah, I already did. It's so slow. I'm like, bro.
It's boring compared to the other.
I started so slow.
Yeah. So there's that one.
You already started reading it?
I read the first page. Oh, okay.
I read already like 5 chapters.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at you. Yeah, Priscilla didn't have the book. She doesn't have the book because she's doing the giveaway. So she's doing a book giveaway.
So she's not reading or what? Or she's gonna?
Well, she hasn't ordered it because she was gonna order the winner a book so they can join the club for free. But I mean, the book club is free, guys. Basically, what you do is, you know, she'll post on her Instagram story, like, the schedule. If you want to join us on, like, our Zoom meetings, they're literally, like, only 30 to 45 minutes long. And then if you want to be added in the group message, we don't really text in there. It's just more, like... Updates about the book, you know? And where we're going to meet, a reminder of the meeting. And it's literally only 3 meetings in a month. So it's not like it's taking too much of y'all's time. But, yeah, so... We're reading, what's it called? The First Light Wins. Yeah, so if y'all want to check it out.
By Ashley, I think.
I don't know. But it'll be on my Amazon storefront, you know, if y'all want to order it through there. And Too Late's going to be added. I'm adding both of them tonight, actually. So, yeah, so you were, like, happy with that book.
Yeah, I was super happy. I was like, I really like the book.
And what did Kike say? Because you were like, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, he's like, que bien gastas el tiempo.
I'm sure he enjoys seeing you enjoy something. Yeah. Like, for yourself, right? Because you focus.
So, Kike has this hobby of finding the perfect recipe for coffee. So, he'll spend hours.
Looking for a recipe?
He'll spend hours in the kitchen. Doing coffee experiments with beans.
I love that.
Right? He is like...
Did y'all bring some from Puerto Rico?
No. He's actually starting his projects with like really cheap beans. So that whenever he gets the cheap beans to taste good to his liking, he'll upscale on the beans. So
I can see him opening a coffee shop. That would be so cool.
I was like, you want to open a coffee shop? And he's like, no, dude, this is way too hard.
You know, David Tipping had one.
Really?
They just closed it, yeah. And he would post the videos of like him making like the crazy machines and stuff. Does he have like a crazy machine?
He doesn't have a crazy machine. He actually, it looks very antique. Like I see him, I'm like, you look like somebody from like way back in the day trying to make coffee. Because it's just like a little... I don't know, like he grinds it like this.
Does he press it and then it has to come down or something? That is so cool. I've always wanted to get into coffee like that, but I'm not like a coffee drinker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like.
So while he's doing
not for
that,
the flavor at least.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm reading.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, and that's what I told you, right? I was like, man, because you're like, oh, whatever, that you didn't feel like it was like you know?
Yeah.
Like once he finds something that is just his focus is on that, but it's him, then you're gonna have to find something that's gonna be you.
Yeah, because he's there for like 2 hours, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna like do something else.
Yeah, and I feel like once again, like once you guys get y'all's house, it's just you probably have your own space. He'll have his own space. Like that's how we started here at this house. Like this used to be my. Literally
kind of
it was my office, but it was my craft room
because you were making like shirts, right?
Yeah, like I would make everything and anything, girl. Like if I wanted to have something to try it out, I was gonna do it in this room. This was the room that is full of like supplies. I've already given a bunch of stuff away for free, like the stuffed balloons. You know how balloons you can put stuff inside?
Yeah,
we learned how to do that in this office.
Really?
Yeah, like me and Laura would stay here till like 3 a.m. just like Fridays. It was Fridays because she would come on Friday nights,
like learning different things,
practicing. You know, we did a Mother's Day, and we were I was like stressed the fuck out. I remember, and I was like
for Mother's Day.
Yeah, because we did orders and our balloons kept popping, so no se estaban quedando with the stuff inside. But I realized that it was the sticky dots that we were using, right? But my point is, while I'm doing all of this in here, Roland's outside, out in the house, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
You know, because this is my me time. Yeah. Like, you have to have your you time, like, for sure. But point is, that story about the balloons, I was like, it was like super late, like 1 a.m, and I had like a laugh attack. But I was having a panic attack, but I couldn't stop laughing.
What?
Because it was so messy here. Like the balloons kept popping. We had to do like 15 orders.
You're like the Joker?
No. Like I didn't want to freak Laura out, but she ended up freaking out. She's like, Evelyn, you're freaking me out. Like stop. And I'm just like, I can't stop laughing. Like I just can't stop laughing right now. Like
you were crying and laughing?
I wasn't crying, but it was more of like, I'm having a panic attack right now because we need to get 12 balloons and it's 2 a.m. and we don't even have one down because it keeps popping. You know, can you imagine the stress I was going through mentally?
But that's crazy that you were laughing like a maniac.
Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, and you know what Laura did? She started cleaning.
Oh, she's like, I got you.
She started cleaning. She's like, I know what it is. Let me clean up. And she started cleaning. And it did make me feel better. Yeah. And I was like, yes, let's clean. Because I can't work
in a very messy
like, I can't work in a messy space, you know? And then she started cleaning. And I remember that I was like, what is the problem? Like, something is popping our balloons. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, shit, we're trying some new sticky dots. Yeah, like we're trying some square ones and we normally use circles or something like that. And then so we ended up just stopping, and I told her, you're gonna have to go to Walmart in the morning and then come back. You know, and I'm like, just go sleep for like 3 hours, wake up, come back, and then we got this.
That's crazy.
She left, and then like at 6 a.m, she came back and we knocked the orders out. And they were ready to be picked up. Yeah, it's crazy that like Laura was going through it mentally. I think like just her whole postpartum, and I was in my I want to experience era, and that's when like a month later. No, that happened Mother's Day. I don't think we did much for Father's Day, and in August is when me and Roland started the podcast. And that's why I stopped doing the balloon thing, because I was like, it ain't for me.
We're closing up the shop.
It's
bring
not
out
for
the
me.
Mics, the lights, the cameras.
I was like, it ain't for me, you know. But take everything, right? So she just like, now she has a whole ass business. Shout out to her. Shout out to Poppet. But yeah, that was so crazy. That was a me time.
That's crazy. That's you trying to figure out you.
Yeah, like for sure. Like I learned a lot. Like, you know, even with the wedding things, I was like, oh, I could do that. Like I had never done them, but I was like, hey, it's a piece of cake, you know? And then, so it's like, I like to craft, you know, and I feel like, what do you like to do?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah, like
that's what Kike always says. He's like, find a hobby. I like doing puzzles.
I love puzzles.
Yeah.
I have plenty of puzzles that you can take and just bring back.
I just bought one.
Just don't use them.
I know. I just bought one, like the 1,000 pieces one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Girl, a mí Rollie no me puede regalar un puzzle que no sea mínimo 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, because you're like, what? I'm not a kid.
Like this is a piece of cake, man.
Yeah.
Even Milo, like, Ronnie came on Saturday for the podcast and he did like the whole table. He sacó todos sus puzzles del room. Because I used to want to like stick them and have them done.
Taped, yeah.
But I don't have space for them. Like, where am I going to put them? So I just destroy them. And I've done a few multiple times already. Just to
do them again.
Yeah. And now I'm like into the Legos. I really enjoy doing the Legos.
It's a little expensive hobby.
Hell yeah, that's expensive for sure. That's why I still love puzzles too, though.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have the app on my phone.
I have it.
To do puzzles?
I do like 2 puzzles a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's probably your thing,
Yeah,
you know?
I do like 2 puzzles a day. Probably like 3.
You should do like the custom ones.
What do you mean?
Like, you can mandar a hacer un puzzle. And then it's like...
They bring it back and then like...
like you submit a picture of you and Kike and it's like a puzzle.
Oh, wow.
And then you got to put it together.
I want to do that.
You should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or gift it to him. So or you, Kike, Valentine's Day is coming up, you know? Yeah, you basically submit a picture in...
You've done that?
Nah, I haven't done it.
Okay.
I've always wanted to, but I never really like...
We did a painting one. We ordered a painting.
Oh, with the how was that? Numbers.
We haven't finished it. It's way too much.
Is it?
It's like 1,000 numbers with like a whole bunch of colors, and they're like little tiny spaces that you have to color.
You know what I want to try? The one where it has the squares and you just like go like this.
Like, oh yeah,
I want to try that. I see it a lot. Yes, I see it a lot on TikTok. And there's another game that I want to buy. Is like rectangular and it has like bolitas inside, and you just shake it and it wherever it lands, you gotta fill in the other ones.
That's really hard. We have that game, and I'm like, heck no, that's
you
so
have
hard.
it. Yeah. Bring it so I can try it.
It's so hard, and it's like you have to like fill in the square as it lands.
Yeah. So you know how on the phone is the dot one. Like, you have to connect the dots, but you can't overpass one.
You can't overpass, like, the line or something?
The line, yeah. So, you know who has that game?
Who?
Milo. Dude, he plays that game
He's a genius.
a lot.
Because that game is hard.
That game is hard.
Yeah.
It was crazy because he gave it to me. He's like, I can't do it. And then I was like, well, let me try. So I was trying. Y se desesperó. He's like, it's okay, mommy. I got it. I was like, okay. So then I gave it back to him. But I think as he saw me trying,
he's like, oh, I got it.
I got it. Yeah. And then he did it. Instead of telling me, he's like, oh, it's okay. I got it.
Instead of telling you, mom, let me show you.
Yeah. And then he just did it. But yeah, I think my dad's actually the one who told me that that like doing like Sudoku, I think that's what it's called.
The numbers.
Or like word search.
Yeah.
Or like puzzles is really good because you're like training your eyes to be atento a todo.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just like
trying to
focus.
We won't get Alzheimer's.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but...
like we won't get like, you know how there's people who no, but Alzheimer's is like a genetic thing. Pero they say that if you keep your brain going, like once you get older, and you keep doing your puzzles and you keep doing your crosswords or whatever, it's more likely for you to have a great memory. Como cuando un old person, they don't really have good memory.
Have terrible memory. And I love it. Like, I have terrible memory.
You rather?
Huh?
You rather have terrible memory?
No, I have terrible memory. A mí se me olvidan las cosas.
Did you say I love it?
No, I said I have terrible memory.
Oh, okay.
Did I say I loved it?
Yeah.
I said I loved having terrible memory.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You love it?
Wait, I did not say that. Play it back. We're going to have to play it back.
Yeah.
I said that? That's weird.
Yeah.
See, I already forgot that I even said that.
You said I have terrible memory. I love it. I thought that's what I heard.
No, I think I said I already have terrible memory. I don't even know, but definitely don't love it because me and Ronnie have gotten into arguments because of it.
I don't, because you don't remember what you say.
That or he'll call, man, he has fucking great memory. He'll call me out like, I didn't say that. I said blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that's not what you said. Yes, I did.
So he records it and then that's how he proves? Or
he's caught me like calling him out on stuff and then I'm like, oh shit, he did say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, if he said it, he's right. You know, I got to give it to him. So I trust him when he tells me, but sometimes I'm just like, no, that didn't happen. It happened like this. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
When I'm the one with the terrible memory. But yeah, I have terrible memory. Like I forget my stuff.
Me too. I have really bad memory.
Yeah.
But I kind of do like it. That's when you said I love it. I was like, oh, like
You
I
like
kinda
having terrible memory?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Don't.
I kind of do because
Is it like long term or short term? I have great long term memory.
I don't know. Like it could be just random stuff that I forget. Like a really deep secret, I could forget it. Yeah.
I see. Come on, no.
No, I promise you. Or like an argument that me and Kike had that really like hurted me. I forgot. Like yeah, I'm like, dang, how did that start? What was I so hurt about? Yeah, I'd be forgetting.
How not? That I don't forget that. If it pisses me off,
That's
you
what I
better
was like.
believe
I
I'm
kinda
not
like it.
forgetting. No, I meant that I'm very forgetful. Like I'll forget where I left my keys. I forget.
Oh no, I'm not that. I'm not.
That's how I'm forgetful.
I'm on events. On like what
events.
people
Oh no,
tell
no,
me.
no. I'm not forgetful on like events or like memories like that. I'm great. Like I could tell you that me and Roland kissed on November 11.
Yeah, no, I
At 11:11, because I remember it was like 11:11, 11:11.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I could tell you like memories
el
like
universo
that.
se puso de acuerdo con ustedes.
Nah, girl, I was like, we're kissing, because we were
'cause
together.
you knew
we
them.
we were together November 11th, 2011.
Yeah,
And I was like, we're gonna kiss at 11:11.
but that was not the first kiss.
Girl, no, we had already been together.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to have the memory of us kissing.
Why do I keep thinking you're saying things that you're not? Like right now, you said our first kiss was.
I did not say our
You
first.
didn't. Then I'm thinking.
Me estás asustando.
Yeah. I'm like that. You just said it was their first kiss.
No, we were already together since 2010.
Okay.
So for 2011, everybody was bragging about the whole, oh, this year we're going to have the date when you write it down.
Yeah.
It was going to be
11.
11/11/11, you
Yeah.
know. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's true. So I told him we're going to kiss at 11/11. And we did. And if you ask him, he's probably going to be like, oh, I don't remember. You know?
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, he don't be remembering like you've been around for as long as you have.
yeah, he'll be like, babe, did you know that blah, 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 me and my brothers? And I'm like, I was there. I was literally next to you. But yeah, he forgets. He's a very forgetful person when it comes to like events.
Yeah, that's me.
You know.
Events or like, oh, like he got
And
mad,
I'm like,
she
Kike,
got
because he
mad.
probably remembers more.
Yeah, he remembers more like our dates of like when we first kissed, blah, blah, blah. Like he'll ask me, he's like, when was our first hangout day? And I'm like, sweating. I'm like, I don't know. But he remembers it off the bat.
Which one? Because we broke up. Well, you broke up with me, remember? Cuando he broke up with you at church, supuestamente.
Yeah, and I was like,
He's
so
like,
confused.
see you around.
Yeah.
Okay. Is you talking about the hangout before that or after?
Oh, that's funny.
No, but-
before that.
Oh, wow. No, yeah. I feel like a mí sí se me... Cosas así. Antes, sí, cuando Ronan proposed to me, yo tenía mucho miedo de perder mi anillo. Because I was like...
But you lost it.
Listen, short story long, it's not my fault, right? But I've always been so...
Descuidada.
Like, así, yeah, like... I would leave my phone anywhere. I would
Yeah.
forget my purse, you know. And Roland's like, how can you be that forgetful, you
Yeah.
know? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like that. I'm sorry. Like, se me pasa. Like, you know.
I'm busy. My mind's
Like,
everywhere.
So I really try. I try really hard now not to be like that. Because then it's just like, come on, get it together.
Because you have
know?
Milo.
Yeah, my sweater used to be like, que no se te va a olvidar el niño en el carro. I was like, of course not.
Yeah.
And never, right? It's
Yeah.
never happened. But still, because it just happened to some moms,
Yeah.
right? But that's enough of like catching up. What was the time? Did your
Yeah.
timer go off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear it.
Like 2 minutes ago.
We're going to go on a quick break and we'll come back with our TikTok story that they
Yes.
sent us. And we are back. So this is a third take. Gosh. So we got a story on, they sent us a direct message on TikTok, right? Asking for our perspective, you know, from somebody that doesn't know her, right? Because I don't know who she is. And she just wants to see what we think about it, right?
Okay.
So she said, I'm white, 5'2", 22 female in the military, in a long-distance relationship with Mexican 26 male civilian. Both live in Texas, and we've been dating a year now, and I'm having conflicting emotions, and I have no idea how to deal with them. Brief background. I'm the oldest of 3 girls. Parents divorced summer before my freshman year of high school. I was sexually assaulted 3 times in my life. 5th through 7th grade by my uncle. Told no one except my best friend and now my boyfriend. Freshman year of high school by an older man in my town. Rape kit done, but charges were dismissed. And again, my freshman year of college by another professor. Again, charges were dismissed. That's crazy, right?
That's crazy. 2 years by her uncle. 5th to 7th grade. 5th to 7th grade.
Yeah. So she has trust issues. Throughout high school, guys would call me too masculine because I was into sports and the gym. But they would always say I was hot enough to... want a one-nighter. So for a long time, I longed for any guy to find me attractive and to be a long-term girl. Stuck to myself for all of high school, got a car, a job, and got into college. Freshman year, fall semester, I meet my now boyfriend for the first time. Handsome face, but initially, I don't find him attractive due to his height, 5'8", and weight. Not overweight, but I'm more into leaner, clean, I guess she meant clean, muscular, gym rat aesthetic. But he was nice and we became friends. He helped me fix my car and we played pool in the rec room when we had free time between lectures. I find out he had a thing for me, but not until after I dropped out during my spring semester. And I came back from Marine boot camp, which is in California, and ended up being 6 months due to me. And ended up, what she said, basically, when she came back from Marine boot camp, right, which is in California, and it ended up being 6 months due to me fracturing my femur during training. We hung out a few times when I got back, and he seems to still like me. We keep in touch when I go to MCT, which is the next step in training, also in California. And when I come back for Christmas and New Year's break, he asks me out on a date. Things go slow, but heat up a bit in his car. No sex, but it's clear he still likes me, and I've never had a guy be as nice to me and seem genuinely interested in me.
For such a long time.
I know, right? Oh, I thought I stopped recording. He meets some of my family. I meet some of his family and all his friends, which he says they all like me a lot. I had to leave to go finish MCT training, but he makes it clear to me that I'm his and he doesn't share. I think it's sweet him being protective, a protective boyfriend. She put quotation marks. And I love that someone actually wants me to be their girlfriend. So I leave happy with this new girlfriend title and continue training. But while I'm there, I injure my spine and get dropped to a medical platoon with no clear idea as to when I will get out. He's still home. She's in California still. Yeah. He's still home, and we've been FaceTiming and calling almost every day. I send him cute TikToks, and he sends me long paragraphs about how much he loves me and the cute relationship TikToks. My problem is I'm struggling to keep thinking about him romantically. He hasn't said or done anything wrong, and he's always been there for me through my insecurities and and little breakdowns about my current medical situation. I'm still saying te amo, calling him mi todo, and sending him cute paragraphs and TikToks, but I still find other guys more attractive, especially the few I see around base that fall into the type I've always had in terms of looks. I've had a few guys hit on me, but I refuse to break my loyalty to my boyfriend who is still back home. I really care about him and he's an amazing person, but I can't think romantically about him. Am I in the wrong? What do I do? I'm open to advice now, but look forward to the podcast advice as well. Oh, I guess she was asking, to give advice through message. I didn't see the message. Roland did. So he sent me the story. And then she said, again, the more people, the better. I'm hoping to get several, I guess because she saw how it's us and then it's posted, So she wanted to get like a male and a female perspective. So what do you think? Do you think she's wrong?
No, she's not necessarily wrong, but I also do think that I don't know if she's already gone through like her whole healing journey of what she went through when she was younger. right? Because
Well, it's unfortunate she went through it
very young. She was
young and
fifth,
for multiple years, if you think about it.
Fifth grade is like,
man, that's like super young.
11
And then
years
for
old,
nobody
right?
to
Fifth
know.
grade is like 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like
10.
10.
Yeah, so it all started in fifth grade. So just imagine her she started exploring her sexuality at an age that she wasn't supposed to be exploring it, right? So her mind and her heart and her whole body started thinking about what she thought was attractive, what felt good, blah blah blah, things that she shouldn't have experienced when she was a kid.
Yeah.
So I think being exposed to that at a very young age can still be confusing at a very old age, thinking that that's all there is to attraction, intimacy, just looks, just what attracts your eye. So I do think that in a way she might be still lost. That little girl now as a grown woman is still lost into what's intimacy, what's attraction, what's that she maybe can't see past the physical.
Yeah.
To make it seem like she doesn't. There's a very thin line in between. There's a very thin line in between intimacy and attractiveness. Like,
Yeah.
when I met Kike, right, he was not attractive to me at all. Like, I didn't find him attractive at all. It was through his actions that really made me fall for him, like who he was. So I can kind of relate to her, but
in your mind, were you really like, oh, he's ugly?
yeah, in my mind, he was not the physical of, like, I like men that are like, my Kike is skinny, right, and I liked men that were like bigger because I'm kind of like a big girl, right? So I wanted like a man that was bigger, that looked kind of a little bit more aggressive. And he's such a gentle, gentle tall guy. So that's what I thought I wanted. You know what I mean? And I think that's the way I thought, like, that's the only thing that's going to give me pleasure. And that's the only way I'm going to be able to see you romantically. But no, like, I was fooled.
So I feel like I can relate, because same thing like with Roland, right? Like when we first started dating, like I just never thought, like, I found him cute, attractive, but I feel like at some point, like, as a friend, I never thought we were gonna, one, because I did think like, okay, well, I've never dated somebody like his height. You know what I mean?
How tall is he?
I don't know how tall he is. He's taller than me. So,
he's probably like 5'8", como that guy, right? He's probably 5'8". No, he's shorter than 5'8".
I don't know.
Because you're like 5'2".
No, I'm like 5.
Okay, then he's 5'2".
No. No. How tall is he?
Like
maybe
5'6".
Yeah. I think I've heard him say 5'6".
Yeah, because I'm 5'6". No, I'm 5'5". 5'4", 5'5".
Okay,
he's probably like a teeny tiny bit taller than me.
Yeah. So to me, I remember that for me it was like, but it was never like
a big deal.
A big deal.
Yeah. It was not a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, but previous boyfriends were obviously taller,
Yeah.
And I remember one time me and him were texting. We were just friends. And then he asked me like about the whole height thing, And I told him, I'm like, yeah, I always thought like we were just friends. I was like, that I thought I was going to date somebody that was taller, or that's who I pictured myself with. And it was not like a requirement, but it was just something that I wanted,
Right, yeah.
But it was not like, oh, just because you're not doesn't mean I can't give it a try, right?
Right.
Because again, we were just friends and he was still dealing with his ex and I was still dealing with mine. And I remember like he stopped talking to me for like 2 days because he was upset, Yeah. So my question is,
he texted you saying like, I'm still not done with puberty, by the way.
I mean, we were in high school, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. But it's crazy because when I met Roland, dude, he was like muscular.
Yeah.
And he even had like the V cut.
I can only see him like short and muscular. That does not look.
No, he se miraba skinny, and I feel like I like him now more because I feel like he's still like muscular and just more like
como señor,
más toned up.
Yeah.
That was high school him, you know. But yeah, he was like super cut, right? So I still found him attractive, but of course, like you said, it was like the way he would handle things. You know, we would have deep conversations as friends. So I was like, I can only imagine how more deeper these conversations can be if he's like my boyfriend or something. So when he asked me out, of course I went for it, you know, because it was just that great communication, just as friends, you know. So for this girl, do you think she's wasting that guy's time?
No, I don't think she's wasting his time. I think she's genuinely wanting to find that romance. Genuinely, she wants to have click with him romantically because this is the guy that's given her
what she wants. But he's not the guy she wanted it from. Or, basically, because looks-wise.
Yeah, looks-wise.
Yeah. I guess it is true because...
I kind of do find it as in like...
what would your advice be?
Maybe she needs to seek help for her past. Like... Before
she's able to commit to this guy?
Not necessarily. I think she should...
She could do it while
she's with him, yeah. But I do think that her vision of, or maybe her emotions of how she perceives romance and attraction, right? And all these things, maybe they're not aligned. Maybe they've been corrupted because since she was a little kid.
Yeah.
There was corruption in her life, in her way of viewing love, in her way of viewing sex and intimacy, and
not as much as I don't think love, because obviously she said even though she knew she looked a certain way, she always wanted to be the long-term girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like,
pero también like
está ella, siento que
I don't think she
the knows, sexuality of it, I think it's where she probably needs, like, not that she can have standards, of course she can, you know, but if that's the case, if she feels like she already did seek the help, because we don't know if she did, you know, and if she did, and it's just something that, like, for you, them having papers was a requirement. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
maybe
I mean,
for
like,
her, looks is a requirement.
But
even though it shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's very different because I'm not going to let him, like, bring the freaking moon down if you don't got papers. You know what I mean? No te voy a dejar, like, to be romantically involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it was
you're going to cut it from the beginning.
Of course. Yeah. I think if it was... If she really...
Yeah, because she said...
Then she would have cut him off. You know, if it was really a big deal for her, she would have cut him off because of his looks.
Yeah. But then she did say...
this is all I wanted.
I think the problem is she's too caught up with the looks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When the looks should have never been... So, okay, this is going to sound super messed up.
Yeah.
I know it is, you know. No judging, right? My thing is, she's going based off the looks, right?
Is it because he's Mexican?
No. My thing is, like, okay, what I don't understand, or maybe that's why she's the way she is, I don't get how she came from a background where guys were literally like, you're not sexy because you have a masculine body. You're more of a one-night stand.
Yeah.
You know, not a long-term girl.
Yeah.
So she came from that background, right?
Yeah.
That's why she was the way she was. Like, she kept to herself in high school.
Yeah.
So I don't get how now she can come back and feel like that towards somebody. Somebody else. ¿Sí me entiendes cómo?
Yeah.
Like, you can be, not saying she is, right? But I'm not going to be I'm not going to rate myself a 3 and then I'm going to want a number 10 in a guy. You know what I mean? I can't accept my expectations or my standards, like, unrealistically, you know? So if I'm a 3, I'm at least going to aim for, like, a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, girl, that 10 is going to want a one-night stand and that's it.
Yeah, apparently, because that's what they wanted, you know? Like, because they didn't consider you a long-term girl. So how can you come back and the guy that's giving you the love, the guy that wants you, you know, doesn't give a fuck about how you look, is giving that to you, is telling you, like, I love you, and introducing you to his friends, his family, And then you're still too caught up with looks. How old did she say she was?
22.
Oh, she's 22. She's still young.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at some point you'll realize that the actions is what is going to make you fall in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the looks change over time.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think she does definitely need to communicate to him that she's
Yeah,
struggling to, like, you can't just keep leading him on thinking that you romantically are invested when you really aren't.
Because when I read the whole thing, when I read the part where she said, that she's still telling him que lo ama, right?
Yeah.
And she's still telling him mi todo and sending him cute paragraphs and TikToks, right? But I still find other guys more attractive, especially the ones I see around the base that fall into her type.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be somebody more attractive. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
There
right?
isn't. No, there isn't. But I guess my thing is like, if you really don't feel it, don't say it how you say that the word friends is overrated or watered down. Like, that's why, like, you know, because of things like that. Even though she did say she's had a few guys hit on her, but she refuses to break her loyalty to her boyfriend because he's back home, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I really care about him and he's an amazing person, but I can't think romantically about him. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to think romantically. Mm-hmm. Maybe he needs to be a jerk or something.
Maybe y'all haven't spent enough time together.
Yeah, or
alone,
that too.
You know, where you can feel.
Well, she said that they were in the car, but that they didn't have sex.
Well,
but that things got really heated.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like she's just confused.
Probably like.
Yeah, I think she's like. But I do think like she needs to be straight up with him and be like, look, I like you. Mm-hmm. I like you. I just don't find you attractive.
That's crazy, dude.
To that say, right?
My heart.
That would break my heart too. Imagine somebody telling me. I would be like, damn. You know, that's something so hard to ever even say.
Yeah.
But obviously there's better ways to put it out. You're not going to just be like, you're not my type, you know, but I'm grateful you see me as your type. Like, obviously not, you know, but yeah, I feel like if she really is close.
How would you tell me? How would you tell me that you don't find me attractive?
Like if I was her?
Yeah.
Okay, me being
and I'm her boyfriend.
And you're the Mexican dude?
Yeah. You're the white girl.
I think I would tell you. First of all, I probably wouldn't have accepted to be your girlfriend.
Okay.
I wouldn't have. Because I feel like I would have kept you in the friend zone until you would have made me fall in love with you. Where the look wouldn't even matter. Because she's friend zoning him.
Yeah.
But in a relationship with him. You know what I mean? Like, she likes him as a friend. Y lo quiere. Le tiene cariño. But just the looks isn't there. I feel like... I think I would have never accepted to be your girlfriend.
Okay. Now, how are you going to tell me that you don't find me attractive?
Because I accepted already, right? Like, in her situation, I already accepted to be your girlfriend and I don't find you attractive. I would be like, man, you know, this guy hit on me. He was cute, you know, but obviously I'm loyal to you. So, hinting that, you know, and obviously I would think the guy would be like, well, how did he look? And I'd be like, oh, you know, like, he looked like he had muscles, he worked out, like, he's into fit life or whatever.
I would be like, yeah, like my type. I would be like, yeah, you know, like the guys that are my type.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like, you know, like my type. He'd be like, what? Your type? You got a type?
Well, then I'm not your type.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoa.
Okay, well then you say it. I'm the Mexican dude. You're the white girl.
I would probably.
I don't know. I'm like going over my words. I don't even know how to say it. Like,
I would probably be like, ask him first.
Oh, no,
like,
I'd be like, mi amor, mira este TikTok.
Nah, dude. I'd probably like be like,
no, I mean, I'm the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, right? So how would you say it? Like, I'm the guy telling you that, oh, my love, look at this TikTok.
I'm like, oh, that's cute. I need to talk to you.
Oh, what's the problem?
Very cute. I need to talk to you.
What happened?
Oh, there's no problem. It's just something that I've been wanting to tell you for a while. Pero
are you breaking up with me?
No, absolutely not. I just want to... Just hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Just hear me out. And I think I would be like, what's your type? What's your type of girl? Like, who do you like? What do you like? And don't say me. Don't say me.
Okay,
Please
you
do
are.
not say me. Because I'm probably the first white girl you ever dated. You know?
Please do not say me.
I'm probably the first white girl in your life.
That was funny. You're like, please do not say me. You are my type. If not, I wouldn't ask you out. That's what his response is gonna be. He's not gonna say.
No, I'd be like, are you a booty guy or are you a boob guy?
Like,
start opening up a little, because maybe
spice it up, right?
Yeah, spice it up a little bit. Like, are you a boob guy, a booty guy?
Is Kike a booty or boob?
A booty.
A booty?
Mm-hmm. Oh, but okay. I'm like, you're both, bro. Stop lying. You're both. You're all up in there.
Oh my god.
He's both.
That's funny. Okay.
And so after like we get it a little bit spicy, right? Obviously, she's gonna be like, I didn't know that about you. And then she's gonna be like, oh,
okay, I'm the guy. You're asking me what am I into, right? Yeah. Boobs or boobies?
Yeah.
I think booty.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's nice. Do you like a curvy girl or like a slimmer girl? Like, who did you date back then? Like, did you like slimmer or thicker girls?
Like you. Like I liked you. That's why I became your friend.
I don't got a booty. So.
Like, is she a white girl? She don't got a booty?
She probably does because she's muscular, right?
Yeah.
But okay, I'll be like, don't refer to me, bro.
Okay.
Let's not talk about me.
Okay, that's a good way to approach it, right? Like, opening up the conversation of like, well, what's your type? Let's play a game. What's your type? But we don't count.
Yeah.
You know, if you were not with me, what would be your ideal girl?
Yeah.
Right? And then talk about it.
Yeah, or like watch a movie or a show. Talk about like one of the actors.
She's in California and he's in Texas.
Yeah, like a show and be like, oh, you think she's pretty? Like that guy, he's pretty hot. Like he's pretty muscular. You know, like just start hinting.
But I just feel like
these type of guys.
I feel like it's so easy for me and you to talk about it, but I'm sure since she's in that situation, it's hard. Like, I feel like for me personally...
But that's how I do it too, though.
No, but yeah, for me personally, though, like, I feel like me and Roland have had these conversations. He knows I'm not about the look because my ex is ugly as fuck. So, he knows that, you know? Yeah. And I would be like, I don't care about the looks. I'm all about the personality, you know? Mm-hmm. But I've always wondered, like, oh, well, what are you into? Like, what's your type? Blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
So I know he's a boob guy for sure because my ass is not that big. So.
But too, like, I feel like you have to be open to also get your feelings hurt, like to hear things that you don't want to hear.
But realistically, though,
because you're gonna tell him something that he doesn't want to hear, so you have to be. But
realistically, we're not all as open-minded to allow our feelings to get hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Because really, like, the people watching, like. Are y'all like, all right, I'm about to talk to my significant other and let him hurt me without me getting upset? Hell no, it's going to be an argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's when you got to work on the communication, right? Because you got to make sure what you're saying, you're going to be able to receive what he's going to say in return.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's one of the biggest problems in my relationship. That I don't think I'm delivering it the wrong way. I'm just saying it like, for example,
okay, I have an example too.
Like, for example, right? This is not a problem that we have, but imagine it was, right? I told Kike, I don't trust you. Bloom, just point period blank. I don't go into like...
Wait, this is for real?
No, it's not like I had this problem.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I have this problem.
Like, what the freak? Why wouldn't you? It's not like such a good guy.
It's not like I have this problem, really. But I'm just very like direct and blunt, and it just goes out. But I'm not being mean, but he takes it as in like...
Why are you being so rude?
No, he'll take it as in like, oh, you're attacking me. And I'm like, I'm not attacking you in any way. I just said I don't trust you. But I'm not attacking you. It's so we can dialogue. But if he's already like, well, how come? Well, I don't either to you, you know? And I'm like, but you told me for what? Yeah, like, what did I do to you? Yeah, and then he'd be like, well, I don't really know, you know? I'm like, oh, you can't even back that up? But he's just a la defensiva.
Yeah. Once you get to in the defensive mode, the conversation's going to go sideways, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, I can't be straight up. Just like, boom. Because he'll take it like, oh, you're trying to attack me.
Yeah,
you're coming for me. I'm like, I'm absolutely not coming for you. I'm just trying to be straight up without sugarcoating.
Does he say it's the way you said it?
He will
Is that the problem? Because that's a problem with my relationship too.
No, because I don't even say it in any type of way.
I know, but the way he's taking it.
Yeah, that's what it is. The way he's taking it.
But is he coming back and said, well, why did you say it like that?
No, he won't say why did you say it like that. He'll say like, why did you... It didn't sound... It didn't sound like he wanted it to sound. Like, very compassionate and loving.
You know what, Kike? I don't trust you.
But I love you with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I'm here to continue. Because he wants me to give him the statement and the solution for the statement.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's like, I would rather you give me your problem and then give me the ingredients so that I can do that.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense.
But I'm like, no, you think, brother. You think. You think about what you got for me. You know what I mean?
Why you gotta be so complicated?
Here's the problem.
Why you gotta be
because I don't even know either, you know? I don't know the ingredients. You know?
I just know there's a problem.
Because I don't got that problem. I've never had to fix that.
I just know there's a problem. And I have a problem, but you got to figure out how to fix it because I can't tell you how to fix it.
Because I've never gone through it, you know? It's never been a problem for me.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's pretty funny because I know me and Roland, let's just say, same thing, right?
I don't trust you.
I asked him. I was like, oh, do you trust me? And he was like, I'm like, oh, would you say it on the podcast, you know, that if you trust me? And then he's like, yeah, I would say that I don't trust you, right? And then I was like, oh, okay. It's not a good example. It's not a good example. Let me see. Okay, cheating, right? It was cheating. I'm just gonna say it. It was cheating. I was like, would you talk about it on the podcast? If they asked you if you cheated on me, would you say that you did? And then he was like, yeah, I would say that I did. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, you know. End of conversation. Like I wasn't even thinking it. I was done with it because I mean, okay, cool. Like you're not lying, right? Mm-hmm. And then he was like, I would also say if they asked me, what did he say? If they asked him if he regretted it, he would say no, right? And then I was doing something. Oh, I know what I was doing, but I'll tell you off camera. I was doing something, right? And then I just looked and I'm like, you better not, or something like that. Like
and he started laughing.
No, that was my reaction to like, you better be lying, or I think I said, you better be lying, or are you serious, or something like that. Yeah. But I was like, you better be lying, right? And then he got mad because of the way I came at him with the response. Because he's like, I'm just joking, like that. And I'm just like,
I don't care.
Like, what? You know? And I didn't even know that was the end of that, right? So it was like, oh, would you ask, if they ask you if you cheated, would you say yes? Like, I'm not even making eye contact, I think. I'm like doing whatever. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I would say that I did. And then he came back and he said, and if they asked me if I regretted it, I would say no, because of that, you know, now we have a happy family, right? Or we're married or whatever.
His problem is that he doesn't say, I'm just kidding.
Huh?
His problem is that he doesn't say, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, because I didn't even know he was like joking, right? Yeah.
But he wants to see your reaction. Yeah. And then he tells you, I'm just joking.
Yeah. So and then it's like, no, dude. My reaction was like, you better be lying. I don't know exactly what I said, but I said it within that line. With a little attitude. You better be lying, you know? And then he was like, I'm just joking. And I'm just like, okay. End of conversation, right? And then we go and 5 minutes later, you know, you really, that I made him mad. I was just like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, because the way you said it, you better be lying, you know? And I'm just like, well, because he's like, I was just joking. I was like, I didn't know that. Like, you know, obviously, like, it was not like a, you know?
Yeah, that's
But he's like, you had me right here. Like, but I controlled myself. I'm just like,
whoa, buddy, okay.
I was like, what? You know? Yeah. But again, he came at me joking. I didn't take it as a joke. Yeah. So I came at him a certain way. And he took it like, you know, I'm joking. Yeah. You know, like, why you gotta tell me like that, you know? But it's just like the miscommunication was there. Yeah. You know, but obviously we didn't even argue about it. It was just like,
but he was expecting that you knew that he was joking. Yeah. He's like, no, it's expected.
Yeah. Like, you should know I'm never going to make fun of you, like, in front of others, you know? Stop recording. But we're going to want a quick break, guys. We'll be back. So yeah, me and Roland have that as a rule. That we would never be the reason why somebody else is making fun of us.
Yeah.
Because this, guys,
that's all you got. This is the dude. That's all you have.
Yeah, like if you're in a relationship where your boyfriend is cracking a joke about you to make other people laugh, you gotta fix that, or vice versa. Because I could never sit down and be next to Roland.
It could be like a joke that's not malicious.
Yeah, but I'm not. No, not even. Like, I'm not gonna sit down.
Yeah.
In a group of people and then Roland crack a joke about me.
And then you're walking
purposely,
back, and everybody's like, shh.
Like, no, not even. Like, I'm literally sitting down. Like, if it's the four of us, Kike and Roland, right? And then Roland purposely makes a joke about me to make y'all laugh. Like, that's the fucking problem. Like, I'm not gonna be the reason.
I think he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I think y'all both would do that.
No, I think we've really like we've never been like we'll
bromear with each other.
Yeah, we'll joke to each other, you know. But I'm never gonna be the reason why. I'm not gonna come and tell you in front of him something like to make him like be a joke. ¿Sí me entiendes cómo? Or no?
Not really.
Okay, so like
I feel like y'all do have like y'all do like to bash each other in front of people, and like it's funny.
Okay, so like I called him gordo one time, like on the podcast, right? I'm like, okay, like if you're not gordo, right?
Yeah.
Like that. But that's different opposed to me saying, oh my God, can y'all believe that like Roland, he was trying on some pants and they didn't fit him because he's so fat and blah, blah, blah. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ever make a joke, I guess, to...
bash him.
Yeah, I guess, to bash him.
Yeah, like...
Porque we've seen it happen, and I feel like it's just... We've always said that we wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
You know? Or, like, if I know... Like, okay, the gordo
Como con
thing...
malicia, like,
but, yeah,
being
I guess,
malicious. Yeah.
Being malicious. Like, knowing that you're purposely about to make fun of that person, you know? I'm not saying we don't crack jokes.
Yeah.
We do, you know? And it's with certain people, you know? Like, only if we're, like, comfortable or whatever... obviously sometimes like we'll be recording and we'll be going at it or saying things, you know, but that's just me and him having the conversation and it's just being recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because we've seen it in couples where it's like, I don't know, like where the guy will make the girl be the conversation and everybody's just laughing at her.
That's sad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's something we've always been like, nah, like I will never. Obviously, that not that we don't have a sense of humor, but it's just like, again, like if I know he's doing it on purpose for me to basically make me look like a joke,
right?
You know, because you can make a joke.
Me and Kike have this thing where like when we're with a lot of people, it's either he's the one very talkative or I'm the one that's very talkative, depending on the group of people that we're with. Like when he had came over, I was the one who was talking. Him, he's just like quiet.
Yeah.
So there's moments where like we're hanging out with his people. And I'm just like there.
He has people?
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
He actually has friends and I don't. But you're my friend.
Yeah.
But he actually does like hang out with friends like once a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they came over to the apartment and stuff. So like he'll be the one doing all the talking.
And you're just there.
And I'm just like, yeah, adding to whatever they're saying, you know.
It's like a group of guys? Huh. So no girls?
Do they have girlfriends? Probably.
But the girls don't come around?
No.
Are they church friends?
Yeah. Yeah, they're church friends. He does have like other friends that are not from church, but they don't really hang out.
Oh, I see.
Like he has this friend that's black, right? And he's super nerdy. He's like a coding guy. And yeah, he doesn't have a girlfriend porque está como bien like añeñado, like he's still like a kid in a 27-year-old body. Like he doesn't drive, he doesn't have a license, never had a girlfriend.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Sheldon from a show. But yeah, so that's the thing that I think we've talked about it on here, where it's like if your significant other is making you be the joke of the night, then that's a problem. Because you gotta go, baby boy. No. Like, you know, but I also witnessed it, like, again, like me and both of us, like, witnessed it, like, with group of friends, family members, you know, and we're just like, and I remember I would like, don't ever call me out of my name or like, a cuss word, you know, because I would find that so disrespectful, like extremely. And I think I've said, I think the worst I've told him bad words for sure, but not him towards me, I think.
He's never told you a bad word like you effing Evelyn, or like not the B word, but like
never the B word for sure. He's never told me you.
You effing pissing me off.
Oh yeah, that like, oh, you fucking piss me off like that. Yeah, I think so. But
Kika would break my heart if he spoke to me like that.
No, I think it's only been like while we've argued. And I'm always like, well, don't cuss at me.
I have said bad words. Well,
oh yeah, me too, for sure.
But probably like, just like once.
You say bad words?
Kika, I've made Kika say them to me because he doesn't say any. So I'm like, say it in my ear because I just want to hear it.
Oh my God, you're so weird.
I'm like, what did you think? Because he's like, dude, I said a bad word in my head. And I'm like, what was it?
Why, y'all are arguing or what?
No, like, well,
random conversation.
Yeah, he's like, he was at work or something, or he was like,
and does he whisper it in your ear?
Sometimes, not all the time. He'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna say it. He'll be like, nah, I'm not saying it.
Oh my God.
But then when he's feeling a little risky, he'll be like, come here, I'm gonna say it.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny.
I know. I'm like, say it again.
Say it again. It's turning me on. You're such a bad boy.
Yeah, it's so funny. Do y'all have like do you really have like an insider, like insider jokes
between me and him? Yeah.
I think all couples do.
Yeah, for sure.
Kike always finishes my sentences like all my words. I'll be like, it was de. He'd be like, delicious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
Finishes like.
No, we don't do that.
Words.
I don't think we do that, but I know we have. I mean, we've been together so long. I feel like it's just things that me and him have gone through that I think we both know, you know?
Yeah.
We do have like our own jokes for sure. We have this thing where every time one of us leaves, it's always like a be careful, always. Mm-hmm. Like it's a response that I feel like it's always a thing. And or when we see 1017 with the heart or something, you know. We have like our own, like our things, right? But back to the cuss words or whatever. Yeah, we argue about that. Because Rollie never used to cuss.
Oh, and like you have a potty mouth. So that's
no, I didn't used to cuss either.
Really?
Like I think over time, like we just
developed.
Yeah, we just started. But he started cussing more once he started like working like around like more other guys that just became a norm thing for him, you know. Because instead of saying shit, he used to be like shit. I don't know. He wouldn't say the full bad word,
or like
right?
Crap or something.
Or he'll be like fudge or no, he wouldn't say fudge. I used to say fudge, but he would never say the full bad word, right? Yeah. So then he slowly started. Now he has like a big
potty mouth
for sure. So if we argue and it's because I don't think he's like él siempre dice he doesn't mean it towards me, but it's just a part of the conversation, you know. Like he'd be like, man, you're pissing me off, or you fucking pissed me off, like that. Yeah. I'd be like, why are you talking to me like that? And he's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm having the conversation. And I'm like, yeah, with me. So that means you're cussing at me. And he's like, it's not cussing at you.
He's like releasing the tension through bad words.
Like I'm just like, you're having the conversation with me, and if within that conversation you're saying a bad word, you're cussing at me. And he's like, no. It doesn't work like that. I'm like, it works like that in my world. So, you know,
ruthless, dude. Like
I mean, again, it's been so long. You know, I feel like you choose your battles.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I used to hate it. Like, I'd be like, I would tell him, I don't find it attractive that you say bad words. Mm-hmm. I don't. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't find it attractive. And then
because he would say just cuss.
It was just a part of his daily vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know, he started cussing and I'd be like, man, when I met you, you were like a church boy. Eras like todo. You were in the choir. You would never say bad words. Like, you know, I met you like that.
Yeah.
And then now it's like
you fell in love with that.
Yeah, you know. But I also know that as humans, we change. Yeah. We evolve, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like I had to learn how to accept change because it was just him changing, you know. But I also learned that, okay, well, this is the environment he's in. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if he was in jail.
Yeah.
He's going to be...
like the guys.
in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the guy's in
So I
jail.
feel like him working, and he talks like Spanish, right? And he says a lot of bad words in Spanish. But because he's working with his dad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can hear me, Lorraine. So close to the door. He works with his dad, so I feel like a lot of the guys say a lot of bad words. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But again, like, I feel like it used to be a problem, but then I'm just like, am I really going to be complaining about him saying like, oh man, like, man, this is some dope shit. Am I going to get mad at that?
Yeah.
No, like, that's just how his personality evolved, you know?
Yeah.
I still love him. And because of, you know, how he is now, he's more creative or something. I don't know how it works, right? But I'm not going to let that be the reason why I'm just like,
Like, especially like if he's comfortable and happy with who he is.
For sure.
You know, like if he's like, no, this is like, I'm the happiest where I'm at now. You
Yeah.
know, then you
like,
can
who am I
Yeah.
to come be like,
fix that up. You
yeah,
know?
like, no. But yeah, like him to call me out of my name, like in a bad word or something like that.
He's
no.
never.
I don't even think he's ever said fucking Evelyn. I don't think like he's ever said that.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe he called me an idiot one time, but that was it. I want to say, I don't even think so.
Yeah.
But don't ask me, girl, because I've called him out of his name so many times. Or like said, I used to be like, instead of F you, I used to say something. And then he's like, when you say that, you're basically telling me F you. And I'm like, but I'm not saying F you. He's like, but you basically are. I can't remember what it was, though.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, what bad word is almost like...
It wasn't a bad word.
Oh.
It wasn't. I would be like, I don't even remember.
Like, jodete or something?
No, like, no, I really want to ask him. Babe! I don't know if he'll be able to hear me.
I be saying words that are not bad words, but they're
Like
like vulgar. Like, ya me voy a la jodida. You know, stuff like that.
Babe! Yeah, I wonder if he even remembers, because I don't think I've told him that in a long time. But we used to argue, and I used to be like, man, and then I would say it, you know, but it was not. Remember what I would tell you? Instead of saying F you, I would say something else that wasn't a bad word. What was it?
Forget you?
Forget you.
Wow. Wow.
I'd be like, man, forget you, you know. And then he would take it as in that I'm
be
saying
like,
like,
wow,
you're really telling me like F you, but you're just not saying it.
You're like, no, I'm saying
I'm just like,
you.
forget you, you know. But is it really like, are you,
not a
would
bad
you,
word.
no, it's not a bad word. But it's like, his point was
It
like,
was it's just being petty. It's just being like, oh, you don't want to understand what I'm trying to get across, my point that I'm trying to get across, then forget you.
or we would argue and I'd be like, you know what, just forget you. And then he's like, you're really saying F you, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, if that's how you want to take it.
Take it how you want it.
Yeah, like, but then imagine like it just you're arguing with Kike and he's like, you know what, Alondra, forget you, and walks away.
I'd be like, okay, cool.
Like,
I don't argue. I'm like, okay.
no, yeah, I
that's
know
fine.
you whisper.
I'm like, and that's fine.
That's
know,
fine. Forget about me.
Yeah.
But sleep on the couch.
Just recently, right? He got bothered at me for I don't know what reason. He went to sleep bothered, and I had no idea. Dude. I had no idea he was upset at me.
That, man, me and Kike are so alike. It's crazy.
He went to bed and he was upset, but I had no idea. So the next day, he always says bye to me before leaving to work.
And he didn't say bye.
So I woke up like maybe 2 minutes before he left. After he left, I woke up and I was like, he didn't say bye to me. So I texted him and I was like, babe, what happened? Like, you didn't say bye to me, and then put a sad face, right? And he didn't reply. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I knew he was driving, but I was like, that's weird that he didn't look at my message, right? So then,
You could see when people read it?
no, because he has an Android.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't have an Apple. So then later on, I asked him just like, I don't know, a question, right? And he answered my question, but he didn't answer
To the morning one.
to the first one.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what's wrong? Are you mad? Like, why did you ignore me? Blah, 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 right? And he was like, that he was upset. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, like, do you want me to give you some time? Blah, 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 right? Because he didn't want to talk to me. And he's like, yeah. And we didn't talk all day long.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
But props to you for giving him the time.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll give you some time.
Because I'd be like, we need to fix that shit right now. Like, right now.
So, okay, I was bothered, right? Because he didn't want to talk about it. And I was giving him space. He'll come to me, he'll talk to me. But he didn't. He left this awkward space when he came home, right?
He made you feel uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. And I was going to go to sleep like that. I'm like, okay, till you grow the pants to come and talk to me, right? I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. Dude, I couldn't hold it. Before, like, going to bed, I turned over to look at him because he kissed me. He said, good night. Así, como si nada, right? Like, como si nada. Like, okay, kiss me, good night.
Oh, my God.
So I turned around, and I was like, I'm sorry for whatever I did that bothered you. Right? And and he's like, oh, it's okay. We're going to be fine. And in my head, I was like, "Ooh, we're not gonna be fine, bro, because you don't do this to me." You know what I mean? Like,
I'm fucking, you know.
I was heated. I turned back around, y del coraje empecé a llorar. And he was like, "What happened?" And ya estaba todo like
Preocupado.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
my God.
what did I do? Like, you know, like, oh, like, not. He didn't say sorry, right? But I was like, no, it's cool, it's fine, blah blah blah.
I'm just heated, bro. Leave me alone.
I was pissed, and I was like. Later on we talked about it, and I was like, you know what I was mad about? That you said we were gonna be fine. And I was like, and we weren't, because you hadn't talked to me about it. Like, how are we gonna be fine if you're not communicating with me? What did I do to you? You know? And then he did end up telling me what I did to him, and he was just upset that he didn't know how to defend himself. Because I said something. I don't remember what I said. I think I said
Oh my God.
Are you?
I take it back. We're not alike.
I said, are you a bum? I asked him, are you a bum? And I don't know if he said,
oh my God. Like, he didn't know what to say.
or I think I answered for him. I was like, you're not right. And then that was
Like,
it.
you beat him to it. Kind of. You beat him to him answering.
Yeah, but he was upset that I asked that question. And then he didn't know how to tell me, like, why would you ask that? You know what I mean? So he just went to sleep mad.
So, you know, they say the whole never go to sleep mad.
Yeah.
I think that's like
Unrealistic.
unrealistic. Yeah, for sure.
Not to me. Because
I
I say things on the spot. A mí no me cuesta to be like, come here. We got to talk. You know, like right now.
No, a mí tampoco. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's unrealistic because
you're the other person.
Yeah. Like, it's not really on you, man. When I tell you, me and Roland have gone at it. Because he's literally like, leave me alone. And I'm like, no, because we're not on your time. Yeah. We're fixing it now, you know? And I think they talked about it on Posted, and Ronnie's like, no, she should give you your time. You know, if you need to cool down, she needs to give you your time.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I just can't. Like, I don't need time to cool down. I can fix it right now.
Yeah.
You tell me what you're feeling, and we'll fix it. You know? Obviously, like, if you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know, admit to it. If I'm wrong, I'll admit to it, you know?
Yes.
But not everybody's like that. Like, Roland definitely needs time. Like, he needs his time.
And I think Ika does need his time, but you don't need
a whole fucking day.
Exactly. And then to act like nothing, you know what I mean?
Then to kiss you.
Good night.
Oh, no. You know the crying? That happens to me
De coraje.
as I'm going off. Like, I'm just like, all right, no, you done pissed me off. I'm about to pop off, you know? Yeah. And I feel like when I pop off, like, and I start screaming because I'm mad, is when he's kind of like taken back, like, okay, well, she's really upset, you know? Yeah. Porque I'm never really like screaming, you know? I'm always just like, let's talk about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm picking at it so we can fix it. And if it's not getting fixed, then I'm just like, okay. And then I'll be leaving his office. Like, I'm just like, fine. Like, okay, we're just going to leave it like that. And then I'll just walk out. And then there I come walking back in there. Like,
by the way,
we need to fix it now. Like, it irks me.
Because he'll be fine.
You know, and I told him last time, I was like, about the whole, you said, you're making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And now I'm just like, well, you know what? If you're not okay, I'm going to be okay. Yeah. Like, I'm good. And I'm not going to, I'm glad he has his space, though. I'm not going to lie.
You're going to be like, keep your negative bubble in here.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just like, Yeah. And then the going to sleep mad, I've gone to sleep mad. And it pisses me off. But then I know that like a veces he doesn't even know or he won't realize, you know,
Yeah.
that I'm upset. So then I'll come and tell him. But again, it's over the years you learn how to like communicate with the person you've been. You know what pisses them off, and you know how to talk to them or approach them a certain way, you know. And I feel like we've learned that because Roland used to have a terrible
Attitude.
temper. Like his temper was bad, but it's gotten so much better. But then he said it too. Like he's like, I feel like people like his family, they know he has that temper, and nunca lo cambiaron de esa imagen. To them, it's like he can never say something, even if it's chill. He can't say, ya se enojó. And then that is what's going to piss him off, you know?
Because he's not even upset.
Because he's not even upset. But it's just like you're already assuming he's upset because he's telling you what he's thinking, you know? So I stopped doing that.
And he comes off as a little bit aggressive.
Like, I stopped doing that because I'm just like, you're right. Like, you have changed. Like, he's changed a lot. Like, a lot, right? He knows how to control himself. Now he does tell me, just give me time. Yeah. And then I'm the one that still hasn't learned to give him the time because I'm just like, no, we're not on your time. We're fixing it now. Yeah. Like, you know? But of course, it's just... No,
I think it is healthy to give each other some time.
Yeah, but not the whole day.
Yeah, dude, not the whole day. And then to be like, good night.
We're fine.
We are fine.
You start crying.
I'm like, bro, we're not fine, dude. Are
you just ignored me all day.
Yeah.
Like, so are you a bum or not?
Yeah. No, I still didn't know what was the problem.
Oh my God.
I just remember saying, I'm sorry for whatever I did that bothered you. You know,
I've done that too.
And the thing is that I'm just like, bro, how selfish of you. You know, I told him, I was like, dude, you're pretty selfish to be like, she doesn't even know why I'm mad. Like, you don't even give me the reason of like, oh, it's valid. Okay. Dang, I screwed up. You know what I mean?
The camera's gonna die right now, guys. So real quick, Roland's done the same thing. Like, he'll be upset and I won't know why, you know? And I'm just like, why can't you just tell me, you know? But with that being said, guys, I'm not gonna go into that conversation because it's gonna take a whole nother segment. But thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow. And if y'all want to join us in the book club, make sure y'all do that.
And peace. Be on the lookout for the anonymous stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And make sure to send y'all stories if y'all want to share some thoughts with us or whatever. Yeah. So, bye.
Bye. Oh.